July of '99, I contracted bacterial meningitis. So I was rushed to the hospital, and by the time I got to the hospital, my lungs had collapsed. They didn't think I was going to make it in the next 2 hours. And it was going to take my parents about 2.5 hours to get back to the hospital. So they said, I don't think your daughter's going to make it by the time you get here. All of a sudden, the entire emergency room was surrounded around me. One nurse was starting to cry. She asked the doctor, why can't I find a vein? And the doctor said, because she's in cardiac arrest. Oh my God, I'm dying. Like, this is what it's like to die. My family's not here. I remember the nurses and doctors saying to me, like, what do you believe in, Amy? Do you believe in God? What do you believe in? And I remember thinking, I believe in love, and I believe in this amazing energy, and if you want to call it God or whatever, it's there, and that's what I believe in. I started thinking about the taste of hose water when I was a kid and how good that tastes. And I started thinking about the smell of a campfire and the sound of an ocean. There's just so many things to experience. When I woke up out of my coma, my dad sat down with me and he's like, do you have any idea what you've been through? And I said, no. For 5 weeks, I had less than a 2% chance of living. And my spleen burst and I had 32 blood transfusions. I think I got a lot of answers and a lot of power. Like, it's my choice if I want to survive. And it's nobody else's. I was in a coma. The day after I entered the hospital, I went into a coma. And at that point, it was really funny, not funny, but surreal, because I had my whole family, all my friends around me. My parents had called friends to call friends, and they all thought that this was going to be my last day. So they kind of called this big support group to come in and say goodbye to me. And I just remember, this is right before I went into a coma, I just remember seeing all my friends from high school, and all my family, and everyone was wearing yellow suits because they didn't know what I had at that point. They didn't know if I was contagious or if this was going to be just a huge outbreak of some weird disease thing. So everyone was covered from head to toe, and came in, and I remember this priest had his hand on my forehead, and he was saying a prayer, and everyone was crying, and at that point, I just remember inside laughing and just thinking, this is so crazy. Like, these people really think I'm going to die. And it was sad, but it's almost like the emotion wasn't there to be, like, so sad that I was dying. It was more like, this is so weird. Like, I'm not going to die. Like, they don't know what they're talking about.